Good morning, sunshine. Are you ready to be energized? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are yas? Hope you're good. Hope life is treating you well. I want to start this morning with a big digital hug out to a gentleman, a celebrity actually, called Dr. Alex George. He was a Love Island contestant. I'm not a fan of Love Island, but his younger brother died on Friday after a battle with mental health, and there's no details of how he's died been published yet, but it was on Instagram, it was on various other things, and you know, Dr. Alex George, he's a frontline worker battling coronavirus, an accident, and an accident emergency doctor, A&E person, and his younger brother, who also just made it into medical school as well. We don't know like how he died, but you know, when a young person takes their life through mental health issues, it's an awful thing. It's not the positive way to start the show, but it's something that we need to highlight. Again, you know, there is information in every single one of the details within the information within the actual videos that I put out on YouTube. Right at the very bottom, there's mental health things, there's online bullying things, there's legislation, there's helplines. If you ever feel that you need to speak to somebody about any of these issues, please just go and look at the details there, click on one that's relevant to yourself, and go and seek the professional help that you need. Also, tomorrow is new phone day for me, totally different. My new iPhone will be coming, new iPhone 11, and I was practicing using StreamYard as an app again, because they've just allowed you to go live mobily out there in the big bad world using a phone, so I can tap into YouTube and go live out there without having 1,000 subscribers. So I get to live my dream of being able to go out and about now with my phone and broadcast live around Scotland. So I am exceptionally excited about that. I did a test stream yesterday, and the test stream worked really well. I was just sitting on my sofa, and I thought, my God, I can do it all from my phone now. Obviously, I'll still sit in the most Mojax studio thing and do stuff like that here, but for instance, this Wednesday coming, we will be going to Edinburgh Zoo, and I am going to have several different thumbnails made up, like for the penguins, for the pandas, for whatever, and you might not be able to join me live each time I do it, because I don't know what time I'm going to be at these particular places, but the thumbnail will show you when it gets uploaded to the internet as well, that you can actually see these particular things. I am quite excited about it, to say the least. I wonder if I could actually I'll figure it out. Good morning, Mac. How are you today? Yeah, it is sad, isn't it? It's always sad when a young person takes their... Well, we don't know whether he's taken his life, but it's always very sad when somebody who's battling mental health issues passes away. We can't make any assumptions whether it was suicide or whether it was you know, an accident or things, but usually if it was something that wasn't a suicide, people would probably report, you know, the car accident or has fallen down, or an illness beyond medical control. But do you know something? It's just a young person who had their life ahead of them. You know, it's awful. It really is. Tonight we are on. There we go. Positive paradigm tonight. I'm looking forward to that. I think we need a big injection of some positivity for the end of the week or the start of the week, depending how you view it. It's going to be good fun tonight. I enjoy the positive paradigm. It gives me an opportunity to release some energy. I'm going to go and make the adverts for various other media streams. TikTok's doing really good just now for me. I'm quite over the moon. I get quite a lot of interesting DMs, and I'm not like somebody that's out there crazy like billions of people, but we're sitting at now 5,376 people, and on average when I go live there I'm getting about 200 people watching me, which is really interesting. It's a massive difference between YouTube and TikTok. TikTok has a ridiculous amount of young people. It's like everything from the age of 13 up to 200 years old on TikTok. Me being one of the people that's 200 years old, and it's different because a lot of the stuff is, you know, it's voiceovers done, or like, you know, voice syncing, sorry. But I don't do any of that. My stuff's all like minute long sort of videos, rants from the car. I've got one I need to actually post up that I made yesterday, a 5 or 6 TikTok thing about wearing face masks in England. I forgot to put that up. Silly boy. So I'm gonna. I'll probably re-edit that and put it up later. Hang on a second. Wow, Mac, that's amazing. You know, I'm an advocate for the use of THC mentally, in a positive way. The way that I'm not, if you know, the use of cannabis and things for recreational purposes is like anything. It's fine in moderation. It's a good thing. I mean, I was very much a smoker of jazz in the past, you know, and I've got no problems with people using it. But there's sometimes, you know, it can affect, you know, your perceptions for mental health and things. You know, it just depends on the person. It can cloud your critical thinking process, which is always I'm really pleased that you found that. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, anything about your lifestyle and you should stop or you should start. I can't offer advice on that because it's different for everybody. But that's amazing if you feel better because you're an expert on yourself. You are your own personal expert. Nobody else is. Alright? They might know little snippets of your life and your personality, and they might like some of it and they might not like some of it, or there's things that you're proud of and things that you might not be so proud of. But you're the expert in knowing how you feel. Okay? And one of the most powerful feelings that you can have for feeling better is remorse. It sounds really silly, but if you look at things that, you know, that you're totally proud of, that is elation and feeling good. And then if there's mental health things that you think to yourself, you know, why was I feeling so depressed? I should never have felt that bad about things. I should never have been angry about those things. I should never have been sad about those things. And if you can pinpoint that to something that was a catalyst in instigating the non-critical thinking part of that, it's amazing. You know, it's good. I kind of stopped puffing the Chiba about 5 years ago, but I was going to start cooking with it when I had cancer, but I thought, no, I'm going to give the medical professions an opportunity to go out and fix me for my cancer before. But I still know many people that grow, medical grade cannabis in Edinburgh and around Scotland. There's a friend of mine who suffers from different medical conditions that cannabis is the only relief for it all, which is good. It gets you paranoid now. That's a shame, because paranoia can be a tough thing to deal with, because it opens up different channels of thought where it's very like, what if, it's definitely a what if type feeling. What if they did this? What if this happened? It's like, how dare you? These people are against me. These people are for me. Oh my God, I'm paranoid that cat's going to fall off the wall. It can be something as mundane as a cat, or that everybody is conspiring to destroy your life. It's an awful thing. Yeah, edibles are good. Edibles are good for that. It's good. That's good. Listen, I'm going back to what you said. You're actually doing better since you stopped smoking the grass. Super proud. Okay. There's nothing wrong with smoking it, as you know. All right. If it's done in moderation, or I'm very lucky. All right. I was wake up in the morning, jazz cigarette in my mouth, come back from work, jazz cigarette in my mouth, before dinner, after dinner. It was a regular occurrence for me. Sometimes on my break at lunchtime while I was at work many years ago as well. But my brain is one of those few brains that when you put THC into it, it becomes exceptionally creative. It's like I start to see the colours that surround words. I start to see the smells that surround numbers. Actually seeing them is bizarre. So I could tap into that whole creative sphere of the brain, which lies untouched with people, and do wild things. I was very, very lucky. I also had the ability. There was when I used to sit, that's the sort of evenings where you're with friends and you're passing it round, and you're talking away, and the conversation drifts. You're talking about, let's say you're talking about popcorn, but you end up through various different inspiring little parts ending up talking about the Encyclopedia Britannica, just say randomly. But you look at the path. You'd say half an hour into the conversation, how did we get to the Encyclopedia Britannica? And everybody would be going, yeah, what did we start talking about in the first place? Mo would go, we started talking about popcorn, and here's how I know. And I would recall the conversation backwards in a zigzag line, right back to how we started with popcorn. And everybody would be like, whoa, how do you do that, man? It was just another thing with my brain and THC. It was bizarre. I think that many mind-altering substances can be very spiritual in nature as well, if you allow it to be. If it's used as a crutch, it can be very dangerous. If it's used to dilute your sense of reality, and you think that while you're on a substance that you know better than people, or you think that you've got a higher level of learning or something, that's when it becomes dangerous. That's when it becomes totally dangerous. So it's like, for me, it's everything in moderation except coffee. I've got the big mug out today. Okay. It's Sunday. It's the morning show on the Sunday. It's a Sunday edition. I'm allowed a big mug of coffee. That's like a pint and a half of coffee in there. It's amazing. Who thought I could get a mug that big? But if you allow things to be good in your life, there's no reason why you can't go out into the woods, okay, and sit there. Allow the teach. This is one of the most incredible experiences that I did when I stopped smoking weed. Okay, I allowed for 3 to 6 months for every bit of THC to leave my body, to be sure, to exercise, to allow my lungs to expand and grow again and heal itself from the smoking of cigarettes and weed, from to be able to go and walk 10, 15 miles without stopping. And I basically had a beautiful pipe and got myself some really high quality stuff, and I went for a walk to the woods. When I say the woods, it's not like a little forest close by to my house. We're talking bang in the middle of nowhere. Park the car, walk for an hour, find the spot that I like, sit there and just be tranquil, being at one with nature. And I basically lit up the pipe and allowed that whole feeling to flow over me in amongst nature. What a different experience it was. And I found that even without THC, without cannabis, I find still going and sitting amongst nature, amongst the green of the natural environment of our planet, to be exceptionally resetting for mental health issues, for just being able to get away from the urban sprawl. I mean, we're really lucky. Where I live in Edinburgh, it's urbanised, absolutely. I can look out my window just now. You can see that the light here is. Hang on. Let me get this camera. I wonder if I should just see. Look, where are we? That there is sunshine and blue sky today at my window. It's amazing. And we're going to go down to the coast today. Me and the kids, my good lady wife. We are going to go and do that. That was also my daughter sleeping on the sofa there. She likes to sleep on the sofa just now, mental. But we're going down to there. But out the window, there's lots of green of trees. There's lots of houses, and we're only like a mile and a half from the city centre. And it's beautiful where we stay. It's quiet. The neighbours are cool, apart from one crazy neighbour across the road. And the occasional party downstairs with the girls that live in the 2 apartments downstairs, but they're young, they're allowed to do that. And we're lucky. We don't have so much of a metropolis type of urban sprawl where I live. There's not really. I mean, you can see the sky. That's a beautiful thing. To be able to see the sky. But you walk 5 minutes in that direction, away from the window in that direction, and you're beside a river, a fast flowing river called the Water of Leith. And you just go up and down, upstream, downstream, and you're slap bang in amongst the green. And I've got a couple of really nice spots up that river where I just like to go for a walk, sit down for an hour, just close my eyes and meditate, and it resets my brain perfectly. It really helped me when I was going through a tough time when I separated from the children's mother. I would go there actually at night time. I didn't want to be around people, and it really helped me. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Anyway, enough talking about our experiences and the positive side, and I'm really pleased that you did that. Thanks, Mac. That's nice of you to say so. I appreciate that. I don't consider myself to be an inspiration. I'm just a man. I've got experiences, and you've got experiences as well. And everybody has good experiences, and everybody has bad experiences. The most important thing is your ability to learn from both good and bad. Both the good experience that you project and the bad experience that you project, and the good experience that you receive and the bad experience that you receive. The one thing that I've said today about that you're the expert on yourself. You're your own guiding light. Okay, you really are, and everybody needs to heed this. It says deep down, there's things that will happen in your life that are incredibly good, and things that will happen that are incredibly bad. There'll be things that you're totally proud of, and then there'll be things that you'll be ashamed of. That's called life. It happens. For instance, I never thought I would ever fall in love again, alright? But I met my beautiful wife, and I have a beautiful son as a result of that. but I had to go through a 14-year relationship, which I don't regret. Okay, I have no regrets for it, but that relationship was tough. It had its ups and its downs. Okay, it had its good days and its bad days. However, the bad days seem to represent the style of the relationship more than the good days. And those experiences, you think to yourself, wow, that was 14 years of my life wasted. It wasn't. It wasn't. What did I learn from that? I learned to be a good father to 3 other children, to my 3 babies that are here just now as well. So I was ready to be a father to my 4th. I was ready to recognize toxic behaviors within a relationship, both mine and my girlfriend's at the time. Okay, so I was ready not to be toxic and move on and find, my absolute love of my life, which is Ola. These things happen for a reason. Whether you believe in God or gods or you're an atheist, it doesn't matter. The tests and trials of life. It's like that haiku that I've got. The life sends you trials, and just know that I'm here for you. This is me being here for people. I just share my experiences. I'm not a guru. I'm not a counsellor. I'm just a man that's lived their life, and I've got exceptional moments that I'm proud of, and devastatingly shameful moments that I'm not proud of, and I can stick my hand up wholeheartedly and say I've done my best to learn from them, the ones that I'm ashamed of, and I've tried to replicate the good ones. And by replicating the good ones and recognizing the things that start the ones that I'm ashamed of, means I can avoid the bad and excel within the good. And if you look back at one of the most important human condition shows that I did, which was about choices, you have the ability to choose how you behave, regardless of chemical-induced paranoia. Alright? You have the ability to choose, because even when you're feeling a bit para, alright, even when you're feeling that, you know what that is, but you allow your body to go with it, because the brain is kind of addicted to that feeling, to that flow of feelings. Alright? So when that happens, alright, if you recognize it, just step back and breathe. Isolate yourself in the most positive way for 5 minutes and allow those feelings to stop, because that way you have the opportunity to allow your brain to breathe. It sounds stupid, brain breathing, and the rest of it, as in not like, hey, the rest of the apples, but the rest of allowing your brain to rest just for 5 minutes, so the chemicals of paranoia kind of stop flowing as much. Think about, it sounds stupid, but think about something else. It really does work, and recognizing that, and then choosing to move away from that feeling. You can choose away. You can choose a different way. It's not difficult, and the more you practice that choice, the easier it becomes, because your brain starts. It's like muscle memory. You start when people play games. They've got the muscle memory to be able to do the different sort of control things. That's why I'm so shit at computer games. Okay, I prefer World of Warcraft, where I can just click. Oh right, I'm going to do that spell. I'm going to do that spell. Or Minecraft, where I can build things. That's why first-person shooters and MMO are rubbish. Okay, so here you are, muscle memory. Here it's the same thing. Up here, that muscle memory can push you forward into the more positive direction. So I don't consider myself to be an inspiration, Mac. I'm just a man that's had experiences, and if I pass on my experiences to other people and it helps them in any way, then even just one person, then I'm happy. I like to be able to do that. That's really important. Really, really important. I'm glad that you came on today. I feel very, very happy that you've come on today, Mac, and you've shared this with us. So you're very brave for doing that, and I wish you the best. I really, really do. You have all my positive digital hugs today. Okay? not like life. Yeah. You only live on this planet for 80 years if you're lucky. And you'll never, you may have heard me say this before, you might not remember the first 10, and you certainly probably won't remember the last 10 years of your life. You might remember yesterday and the last week, but that gives you 60 years. 60 years to create memories and influence and touch people in a very positive way, in a good way, you know. So that's 60 summers, 60 autumns, 60 winters, 60 springs. It's not that much, so you need to make the best of it. And if you find yourself being grumpy, like I feel I'm grumpy with my kids sometimes, so I'll sit and reflect on that in the evening and think, how can I avoid being such a dickish dad? Then, you know, I'm thinking to myself, well, no, I'm their dad first. I'll be their friend when they become grown-ups. The kids know that, and I can't help feeling guilty when I tell them off for things. The mundane little things are the worst of all. It's like, God, I'm being so petty. That's my biggest problem, and I don't like it. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Because it's Sunday, I can speak a little bit longer. I feel that the past 20 minutes or so has been a worthwhile exercise, though, Mac. And if anybody else is watching this back, it's not the Mac and Mo show today. Okay, it's just a conversation, and I like having conversations, and they're very positive, especially if the conversation's a good conversation, and the words that I can provide a different train of thought for individuals. Okay, which is good. Okay, we were going to go into papers and things. Hold on. Yes, there we go. That's the papers come up there. I've not had a chance to look at the papers today, the Sunday papers. So we will go into that just now. Mac, what I'm going to do though, right, is if you don't mind, see with the positive paradigm tonight, I'm going to talk about our conversation today. Alright? Just briefly, I won't name any names or anything like that, but I'm going to talk about what I've talked about with you today. Because it's important that we share that in a bit of positivity. I'll do the kind of news, and then I'll do a train of thought process type positivity thing. Okay? Right, good night, go to bed, and hopefully I'll see you tonight if you're out and about. Okay? Take care, brother. Thanks for coming on. I do appreciate it. Okay, good stuff. Good man. Right, let's stick with the papers. The Sunday Telegraph. Bum bum bum. Tourists must quarantine on return home from Spain. Uh-oh. Kids are going to the Canary Islands in September with their mama. What will that mean for them? What will that mean for them? We'll have to find out. We will have to find out. Yeah, tomorrow. Yes, sorry, Mac. Tomorrow. I forget. Yeah, it'll be. Just now. It's 7 a.m. here. So, 10:30 p.m. tonight for me, and after you wake up in the morning, which is good. Have a good sleep, brother. Have a good sleep. Okay, tens of thousands have holidays thrown into chaos as rules on coronavirus have changed overnight. Hold on a minute. Is that not like our... hold on, I need to put some light on so you can see my crazy expressions. There we go, that's better. We have a Mo that is a little bit brighter now. This is great. I love it when Westminster flip-flop. We shall call it a day. Okay. Several Sunday's papers lead with the return of a 14-day quarantine for travellers entering the UK from Spain, in force from midnight on Saturday. Wow. The Sunday Telegraph reports thousands of British tourists have had their holidays thrown into disarray by the restrictions. The paper also splashes with a vibrant new portrait of the Queen by Miriam. Look at the Queen. She doesn't look too happy there. She's probably going, fucking Andrew. Why has he done this? Stupid dick. Andrew. He's not my son. Damn it. So what does that mean for people and their holidays then? That's crazy. Wow. Treasury channels Silicon Valley culture PHE failed to learn lessons of pandemic. UK to build up defences against Chinese space weapons. Wow. Are we really moving into a war in space now? We can't help but just being such dicks about fighting each other. I mean, really. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, Sunday Mirror. Wills feared Harry was blindsided by lust for Meghan. Well, you're a conceited wanker for saying that, Wills. You know? That's a terrible thing to say publicly about your brother. Especially considering you're a royal. You know? Wow. Wow. Interesting, we'll read about that in a second. Costa del Quarantine. Holiday chaos for thousands of Brits as Spain dropped off safe countries list. Anyone arriving back will be forced to self-isolate for 14 days. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Looks like the kids will be having a month off school then, won't they? Costa del Quarantine declares the Sunday Mirror after the measure was announced in response to a spike in coronavirus cases in Spain. More than 900 new cases of the virus are reported in the country on Friday. Wow. The Foreign Office is advising against all but essential travel to mainland Spain. Mainland Spain, so not the island, so it should be okay. Damp squid book claims won't rock royal family. But who did call Meghan Harry's? But who did call Meghan Harry's showgirl? That, I bet that was Will's wife. Oh, maybe the Queen. Oh. EU warned no more excuses. That's because we're so tough, us British people, aren't we? We're very tough. Virus brings new holiday misery. Well, MPs fail in last-ditch bid to save free TV licences. Yeah, well, it's the BBC for you. You know, they're going to be out on their ear soon enough. You know, if everybody just turned around and said, hey, fuck you, BBC. We're paying nothing. What are they going to do? They're going to take the entire country to court. You know, that's all you have to do. You know, it's a disgrace that they're wanting to charge pensioners for their TV licenses now. So my suggestion is, let's just do a massive campaign that says, hey, just stop paying it. Stop paying your license right now. The whole of the UK. It's like turning round to a bully and saying, nah, no more. What are you going to do? You're going to punch me. Okay, and they come up and they go, and they don't punch you because they're actually scared. You know? The Sunday Express reports coronavirus has brought fresh holiday misery. People currently on holiday in Spain have been told to follow local rules. Return home as normal and check the Foreign Office travel advice website for further information. The government is also urging employers to be understanding of those returning from Spain who now need to self-isolate. Interesting. 50 best British beaches. The Sunday Times. William behaved like a snob when Harry fell for Meghan. I used to like William, you know, but every day he looks more and more like his dad. I mean, in that picture there, you look at his hollow eyes, they're more hollow than mine. Book reveals full extent of bitter rift between brothers. Meghan believed she was victim of prejudice and sexism. She hoped Kate would reach out, but was disappointed. Yeah, but you know something? No disrespect to Kate. What's going on? Doors are slamming in my house. Don't know what's going on. I think my second youngest is up. Right. Where did we go? I don't need to wear this. Why am I wearing the headset on the morning show? I'm not speaking to anybody. I only need it to listen to the banjos at the end. The Sunday Times has more details from a new book detailing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex life in the royal family. The broadsheet, which is serialising Finding Freedom, claims the Duke of Cambridge behaved like a snob as he urged his brother not to rush into his relationship with Meghan. It also says Meghan was disappointed with the Duchess of Cambridge and did not welcome her into the family. Wow. That's a bit rich for Kate, isn't it? You know, Kate is pretty much a commoner, and William fell for her at university, you know, so now she's actually better than somebody else. Yeah, Kate, you can't do things like that, you know. Well, I suppose, you know, the amazing thing about this is that I mean, this picture here, let me bring it up on the bigger screen here. 1 second to check out this. Let me just get it into position. Look at this picture. We'll bring it up and make it bigger. Okay. What you have is the two brothers and the two wives looking at each other. Okay, perfectly posed. Obviously, this is like Photoshop to hell to create this image. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. But what you have is a perfect rectangle of distraction. Okay, it's like, ooh, look, the brothers are glaring at each other. They're going to go to war. Oh, look, Kate's not welcoming. Poor Megan, poor Megan, poor Megan. Sorry, it's a great big smoke screen. We are putting mirrors here and smoke here to make the whole thing of Prince Andrew disappear. Disappear, Andrew, into the murky ether of your bad sexual conduct. Nobody will remember if they're distracted by a battle between two brothers. Yes, let's use that to distract the world. Yeah, hang on, here we go. Yes, that's what it's all about. Oh, yes. Distraction. Okay, so what we want is, where's Andrew, mate? I don't care about a bitter little feud between two brothers and two wives. Fuck that. We want to know where Andrew is. Where's Andrew? Hey, Queen, where's Andrew? Distracting portrait. Where's Andrew? Distracting thing with Wills and Megan. Distraction. You know, oh, damp squid book plays won't rock royal family. Distraction. Distraction. Where is Andrew? Where is Andrew? Why Megan's father missed her wedding. Where's Andrew? Where's Andrew? Good morning. Could you please come in and close the door? Thank you.
Are you streaming?
Yes, I'm streaming. Oh, look, here we go. Kate, we rolled out red carpet for her. Distraction. More smoke screens. Smoke screens. After devastating biography, says Meghan and Harry felt shunned by the firm being the royal family. Frustrated Cambridge's hit back. Kate, we rolled out the red carpet for her. Bullshit! Don't believe it. I've gone right, honestly.
Daddy,
What?
I'm going to wash all the glasses on the table because there's none of these in
Oh, you're a good boy. You'll need to fill up the water bowl again, though, if it's got water in it, because the cold water won't work. Okay? Oh, if you wait, I'll be finished here in 10 minutes, and I'll come do them with you. Take a cup. Use a cup.
I'm making Vimto.
But you can put Vimto in a cup. It's just something to hold it, sweetheart. Which is good. So, not interested. Not interested in this feud. This is the biggest I am going to go, and I am going to take a copy of every one of these front pages, and yeah, I'm going to do something with this. Stick it on Facebook, stick it on Instagram, because this is actually really frustrating me now. It's like, this is nothing compared to the potential paedophile royal that's in the midst just now. It's absolutely disgraceful. Okay, that should be dealt with first. That should be the top headline. Where is fucking Andrew? God damn it. The Observer. Anti-Semitism Labour warns of cash crisis as cases grow. Mason. Yep. That'll be the destruction of the Labour Party. Holidaymakers returning from Spain face quarantine. We know this. That's good. Sunday People. Sneering brag of PC Harper's board killer. I'll be out in 1 day. That is just awful. The Sunday People claims that the teenagers convicted of manslaughter over PC Andrew Harper's death has insisted he'll be out in one day. Albert Bowers, aged 18, and 2 others are facing jail for PC Harper's death. His widow has been left immensely disappointed on Friday after the 3 teenagers were cleared of murder. Let them come back out. They will be watched like hawks. Unbelievable. No, hold on. Is there a distraction? Yeah. Harry's fury at showgirl jibe. Distraction. One paper calls it a damp squid book, and the royals have nothing to worry about. But then a lot of the other papers are saying things like uproar at new royal book, Harry fury at showgirl jibe. Yeah, see if somebody called my wife a showgirl, I would be. Do you want me to go and teach him a gentlemanly lesson how to behave around ladies? And she would go, no, it's okay. Or she would go, yes, husband, go and beat the shit out of him. And I'd be like, okay, I have your blessing. Very good. But I would ask first. Absolutely. But the showgirl jibe, that might be a compliment to some people, you know, about their confidence as a woman. Anyway, moving on. Daily Star. Eddie's ghost talks to me. Very good. Bah humbug, don't believe it, says Sid Little. How are Man City doing? Oh no. And that's the papers. Papers are done and dusted, which is a good thing. It's been an interesting morning. Okay, I'm going to go and do some admin before the rest of the family gets up. Do a little bit of dishes first with my boy, because I can't believe it. My second from youngest is up. He's washed and he is dressed, because he knows if he gets a... Did you get your drink? Did you get a drink? Good. He knows that he will get onto the Xbox before everybody else this morning. If he is washed and dressed, he's learned very well. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, he's a cutie pie. So what were we talking about? Yeah, interesting morning. Great chat with Dirty Mac. If you can see the chat for that conversation, you'll see the things that he was saying as well, which is really good. So that was really good, really interesting. It's kind of inspired me for a bit on tonight's Positive Paradigm, which is here. So come back and join us tonight with the Positive Paradigm. Oh, we're going to play banjos in a minute. And I hope that you will. Let's get the banjos up now, shall we? Where are they? We need to go like this to change that. And we need to go to the... Where's music? Music? There it is. Music slide. Good morning, Nyla. We're just about wrapping up here, my lady. How are you? Don't you ever be sorry for being late. I'm just happy that you joined us. Okay, I really, really am. So yeah, it's been a good morning. We had a very interesting half-an-hour chat publicly with Dirty Mac. You can scroll back and have a look at the things that he was discussing, and watch back the first 20 minutes to hear my comments on it as well. It's typically Mo, the comments, but it was interesting. And then we've just gone through the papers, and the papers kind of say to me that this new royal book is a bit of a smoke screen. A smoke screen to distract us from the nonsense. Well, it's royal nonsense, the rift between two brothers and two brothers' wives about this sensational royal book. Meanwhile, Andrew's cowering in a corner. It's a smoke screen, smoke and mirrors to distract the public from paedophile Andrew, and not to ask any more questions, because everybody will be going, oh, Wills and Harry are at it. They don't like each other anymore. Oh. Meanwhile, the critical thinking masses, which is like, 1% of the nation, are going, I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about that. I'll just put the music off for effect there. Where the hell is Andrew? Why is he not in America answering questions? Maybe he is. Maybe he's gone there to answer the questions, but they're keeping it secret. Secret, I tell you. Back to the banjos. Anyway, today we are going down to Silverknives Beach just to have a wee wander. It's a bit windy, but we won't be going in the water. We're doing that this afternoon after lunch for a couple of hours. I may live stream from there. I will take... We're going to the beach today. Yay! Daughter just woke up hearing the beach coming. So I will take down my movie making tripod thing and maybe do a little live stream from there at some point. There'll be no specific time for it. It will just be ready to go, ready for you guys to do, because I've got the capabilities now of actually broadcasting out in the big bad world live. Very, very excited about that. So we will do a bit of a live walk around the beaches today. It's not a glorious beach, it's just a nice place to walk. So we'll do that, and I will also be able to go up the water of Leith and show you my favourite places there. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then on Tuesday we might go for a walk through the city centre. Should we do that? Yeah, just for a walk through the city centre for the hell of it? Yeah? And then Wednesday we're going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo on Wednesday, yeah, it's exciting. So all these things will be live streamed this week at a moment's notice, but what I'm going to do is make a little bit of content to put up to watch for that, and a note in Discord saying I can't tell you what time I'm going to be there. It just depends when I get to the location, and just watch for it coming up. If you want to watch it live, that's cool. If you don't watch it live, that's also cool. You can watch it back and benefit from it. And then what I may do is download all the content and download the lives and then edit it to make a nice little bit. It's not a spectacular beach, this one, Nyla. It's got a nice promenade, and when the tide's out it's quite pretty, but it's quite rocky in places, so it's not like we can go and build immense sand sculptures. But we're done. Oh, you're disappointed. Did you want a sandy beach, Alia? It's ruined. Was it? We're going down to Cramond and Silverknives. It's nice there. We're not, that's too far. I don't want to blow the car up. Anyway, we're done. Thank you, Nyla, for popping in. Many digital hugs as per usual. And let's call it a morning. And we will see you all live later on this afternoon, and then tonight as well on the Positive Paradigm. Okay, take care. Don't forget to love your family. Don't forget to give hugs to those people that you are bubbled with. And don't forget to wash your hands, drink lots of water, and it's Sunday, so you can drink lots of coffee as well. And have a bacon roll, and maybe some sausages.
Toasted eggs.